Thank you for joining me on this Saturday. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. Here is the Atlantic spin I've been tracking, again, right on track from what we've been talking about the last few days. By the way, thank you for liking these videos, taking the time to do that. I appreciate that. I know it helps kind of expand the reach in the Caribbean. So thank you for liking the videos and subscribing and simply sharing this channel. But here's the spin, and this is that dry slot I was talking about. Now look at the satellite here. This is because it gets ragged. Again, the Earth is round, so as our satellites kind of shoot down, we start to lose some of the imagery, and you have to go to a different satellite to pick up what's going on in Europe and parts of Africa. But here is that spin. It is not tropical in nature, but eventually bringing some heavier weather and some gustier winds to Western Europe. And we had some heavier weather through the Azores yesterday, but now getting that dry slot. Now, let's take a look at what's going on. U.S., we've got some fronts, we've got some spins out here. There's that big Atlantic spin. That is why we have the waves in the Caribbean over toward Bermuda, back through the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos. Not a ton of action now, but still in Belize, we've been seeing some of the rain around. You see the cloud cover here. Some spots in Belize have had too much rain the last few days, so hopefully it settles some, but overall it is still going to stay active in the Western Caribbean. Still some of the cloud cover over toward Trinidad and Tobago, parts of it. Parts of us have sunshine as well, but Guyana, Suriname, another couple places that have had too much rain. So some spots too much, some too little, and then kind of a mixed bag with the temperatures out there. Some spots in Jamaica were a little bit cooler the last couple days. It's going to heat up in a second in Jamaica as we go through the day. I'll get to that, but look at today. Still in Belize active. Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, scattered rain and storms. Scattered showers, especially the Cayman Islands, spotty over toward Cuba, the Bahamas. Jamaica will see a few. I'll get to that as I mentioned. But again, that flow coming in off the water, so some spotty, fast-moving showers. St. Kitts and Nevis, Montserrat, Antigua, and Barbuda. And same thing as we get into tomorrow. This is tomorrow. Not quite as much in Belize, though. So this is tomorrow afternoon, the green being the rain chance. Spotty showers and storms, Turks and Caicos. A couple Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Suriname, more. Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica. We may see Guadeloupe, Martinique. We may see a few showers just passing by, but nothing too widespread. Watching St. Martin over toward the British Virgin Islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands, hit or miss a shower both today and tomorrow. Then on Monday, you see on Monday, a better chance of some of that rain picking up again as we get into Belize and the Cayman Islands, and then a little resurgence, so heads up as we get into next week. You see here Barbados, St. Lucia, South, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, and again, parts of Venezuela and Guyana, even Suriname, seeing a high chance of rain. So once again, it's going to be active as we get into next week. I'll give you those updates as we go forward. Now, the seas are cranking and things are starting to get through. The waves just kind of course, crashing on those north-facing coasts like we saw. But because that flow has been so persistent, we're starting to see some of those higher seas getting into the Eastern Caribbean still for today. So again, around 3 meters or 10 feet in spots. Please use some caution with these high seas. It is going to stay choppy right through the weekend into early next week. Jamaica, a hotter day, 88 degrees Fahrenheit, not 81, 88, 31 degrees Celsius. Isolated shower storm. I mentioned a little more to the west by the Cayman Islands. Better chance of some showers and storms. Wind southeast 15 miles per hour, 24 kilometers an hour. Now, that system in the Atlantic did not get a name. It didn't really become truly tropical. December is usually very quiet. It is not the hurricane season, but since 1950, there have been 11 named storms in the month of December. So I'm going to keep an eye on those high seas. We've got the rain in spots, and again, that rain chance increasing next week in parts of the Eastern Caribbean. Got you covered. Thank you again for liking this video, subscribing, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.